In today's fast-paced and hyper-competitive world, how is it that we refocus our brains on success? How is it that we refocus on our progress with all of the noise surrounding us? In this video, we're going to be discussing 3 strategies that we can use to rewire and refocus our brain and reprioritize our thoughts on our actions for every single day in order to achieve the most amount of progress. If you enjoy content like this, make sure you smash the subscribe button, turn on the post notifications. Let's go. First of all, it is essential that you realize there's no point in trying to rewire or refocus your brain while still paying attention to the noise around you. Eliminating the source of your distractions is the first step in today's video, and most likely the most crucial step in today's video. If you are constantly distracted by scrolling through your phone, by watching Netflix, by being annoyed by people you don't even really like, by being invited to pointless parties and festivals, whatever it may be that's distracting you, you need to eliminate that distraction. Because if you do not eliminate the distraction, it's going to keep on pestering you. You're going to keep on experiencing that temptation to become distracted from your goals. So step number 1, eliminate your distractions. And I'm not saying take a social media cleanse or take a dopamine detox or whatever it is that they call it these days. What I mean is scaling back at first. Scale back on your social media use. Scale back on the amount of times you go out to party, to spend pointless money on alcohol, narcotics, and all for what? Rather scale down all those things instead of eliminating them, because that's going to be a bit of a shock to your system, and it's going to make you realize that you've been wasting so much time on all of these irrelevant things that you've lost track and sight of your goals. So scale back, spend less time on social media, less time on Netflix, still enjoy them when you can, still use them as a coping mechanism, still use them to relax every now and then, but do not let them consume the precious time that you have left to achieve your goals. Scale back, prioritize. Secondly, rewiring or refocusing your brain is also going to require prioritization. It is going to require that you prioritize certain actions above others. It is going to require that you prioritize work above relaxation. Much similar to point number 1, where we discussed time wasting, where we discussed wasting time on social media, wasting time on Netflix. This is very similar. You need to decide what is more important. What is more important for me right now? Is it more important for me to not miss an episode of my favorite Netflix series, or is it more important for me to actually refocus on my goals? I've set all of these goals. I've set all of these daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly goals, yet I've done nothing to achieve them. I have not taken any action towards them, and that should infuriate you. It should make you angry at yourself. It should make you disappointed. And in all honesty, you should be disappointed. There's no point in having this clear plan, having your goals set out for yourself, having a plan of action, and not implementing that plan of action. So make sure you prioritize. Decide, is your future more important, or is your temporary dopamine rush and distraction more important at this moment? Because the answer to that question is going to determine the course of your future. Something that a lot of people do not realize is that in order for you to really refocus on your brain, in order for you to rewire your brain, it's always a good thing to be open-minded to new ideas. It's always a good thing to expand your knowledge, to expand your thinking capacity, to expand the ideas that you go through. Some people, or many people, limit themselves in their mind first, and hence they are limited in reality. They are limited with the actions that they take. Now, if you expand your thinking, if you expand your mindset, and you become open to new and fresh concepts, to new ways of doing things, to new ideas that you can explore for your future, why not do it? It's much easier, in my opinion, to refocus a brain that is open to new ways of thinking than it is to refocus a brain that is pretty much closed-minded, that is pretty much one-dimensional in its thinking. So make sure that you also not only prioritize refocusing your brain, but also expand your thinking and expand your mindset, and be open to the possibilities that lie in the future. Be open to new opportunities for you to change your life. So, ladies and gentlemen, refocusing or rewiring your brain is really not that hard. It boils down to time management. It boils down to prioritization. And finally, it boils down to expanding your way of thinking. If you found value in this video, I'd like to kindly ask you to subscribe, turn on the post notifications bell, and I'll be seeing you next time.